Hey guys, so today I have something very unique and interesting to show you guys. So this is the Supro Hampton. This is an electric guitar made by Supro, a company that actually has a lot of heritage when it comes to vintage guitars. So they're an American company. They actually made guitars and amps all the way back in the 1950s. Their amps were actually most famously used by Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. He actually used a Supro amp to record the entire first album of Led Zeppelin 1. And they have really unique and quirky looking guitars, I would say, from back then. They were actually manufactured by a company called Valco. Valco also made a lot of other brands as well, and they made a lot of really interesting and unique looking amps and guitars. And yeah, it's really cool to have Supro make another guitar in that style again. Actually, they're not currently making guitars right now. This is from 2017, and I think they discontinued this guitar like I think a few years back. I don't know, maybe last year or the year before. So actually, this is a discontinued guitar, but you know, they brought it back actually in 2017, just had it for a few years, I guess, in a production run, and I don't know why they discontinued it. Maybe they're getting ready for another set of guitars that they will be releasing. But anyways, the Hampton was released as part of their Island series. So they had a 1 pickup called the Jamesport, the 2 pickup called the Westbury, and this is the 3 pickup version called the Hampton. So yeah, I like the Hampton the most. I just find it unique to have these 3 gold foil pickups actually in a mini humbucker casing. That's really cool. Yeah, I just think that Supro is a very underrated brand. I think most people have probably not heard of Supro. And if they have heard of them, it's only like vintage guitar enthusiasts who have heard of Supro, or vintage amp enthusiasts that have heard of Supro. But for the most part, they're not that well known. I just kind of want to buy a guitar from a company that has a lot of heritage and history, but it's just not as well known. And this guitar wasn't very expensive for me. I think at retail it cost close to $1,200 US, which is a lot. But when I got this one, it's secondhand for $600. So I think for 600 bucks, pretty good deal, I would say. I wouldn't pay the full retail price for it, but I think for 600 bucks, this is a pretty solid guitar. So yeah, let me go over this guitar. So this is a 25.5 scale length, and you have a body made of alder, and it weighs about 7 pounds. 7 pounds 9 ounces. Yeah, pretty similar to a Strat. And yeah, this has a maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard. Just pretty much like a Strat. 3 pickups, alder body, rosewood fingerboard. Weighs about the same as a Strat. And pickup configuration also very similar to a Strat, right? 5-way switching, but only two controls here. One for the master volume and one for the master tone that actually controls the tone for all 3 pickups. So yeah, I usually never touch the tone controls anyways, so it's fine just to have one tone control here and one master volume control. Yeah, it's actually a fairly minimalistic, simplistic guitar because only 2 tone controls, just a 5-way pickup selector, and you get your normal positions here: neck only, neck and middle, middle only, middle and bridge, and then bridge only. So it's the same as a Strat. Yeah, it's like I said, the weight is fine. It's pretty much the same as a Strat. So actually, it's a lot lighter than like a Gretsch or a Les Paul or something. So that's pretty good. You have a pretty unique looking headstock as far as guitars go, right? I found a lot of guitars on the market just copy the Strat style headstock, but I like Supro's headstock. It's pretty nice. You got vintage Klusen style tuners right here. Klusen tuners were used by a lot of guitar makers in the 50s, including Fender. This guitar is made in Indonesia. So again, another reason I would not pay the full retail price of $1,200 for it. I mean, it's made in Indonesia guitar, but at 600 bucks, yeah, why not, right? It's a decently well-made guitar, but it's not like the best made guitar or anything like that. It's not going to be equivalent to your made in Japan or made in America guitars. So I would say fairly comparable to a made in Mexico guitar, probably. And yeah, it's got a really unique tailpiece right here. So it's got this, it's interesting, it's like this slanted bridge tailpiece. Really interesting. So this is a unique tailpiece I don't think I've seen on other guitars before. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the main thing I want to talk about, and one of the main reasons why I got this guitar is the triple gold foil design pickups here. So a little bit about gold foil pickups. Gold foils are probably one of my favorite pickup designs, not only just for the appearance. I mean, appearance wise it looks really cool, right? Gold foils I think have always looked really cool and unique, but the sound as well. So the sound of gold foils is this really, it's got this crisp high end, but it's also really fat sounding as well. So if I were to compare, like, it's a single coil pickup, comparing to other single coil designs, it's got more output than a Stratocaster pickup. Stratocaster single coils are generally the most lowest output out of all the single coils. It's got a little bit more output than a Telecaster pickup. It's probably the most similar to Dynasonics, so the Gresh Dynasonic or Diarman pickups, but I think it's got even a little bit more output than that. But then there's a P90, right? P90, Jazzmaster pickups, or even my G&L magnetic field design has not got that much output. So it's somewhere in between a Dynasonic and like a Jazzmaster magnetic field design or P90. But I actually probably think it's also, it could probably match up to a P90 actually. Some of the lower vintage output P90s, yeah, it's pretty much got the same output as that, but it's got more clarity on the high end than P90s do usually. So P90s, a lot of people like them, you know, high output single coil pickups, but they are definitely on the darker side, I would say, for single coils, because they're pretty high output. But these, somehow the construction makes it so that it has a similar output to a P90, but it's still got the clarity of the top end, so it doesn't get as dark as a P90 is. So yeah, I actually like these better than P90s because they have just as much output, but they got more clarity and more high end compared to a P90. So yeah, really like these pickups. I just generally like single coils in general. You'll find that on all my guitars pretty much, except for the Duesenberg, which has a mini humbucker in the bridge. Yeah, I don't have any full-size humbuckers in my guitars. I mean, I get that people like them for the high output and stuff, but yeah, I would say general single coils are more interesting. There's so many different variations, right? So in terms of lowest output to highest output, in terms of all the pickups that I know, I think vintage Rickenbacker toaster pickups are probably the lowest output out of all the pickups, and then Charlie Christians after that, and then Stratocaster single coil, Telecaster single coil, and then probably Dan Electro Lipstick after that in terms of the output, and then Dynasonics like Gresh Dynasonics or Diarmans, and then probably these gold foils come right after that, and then P90s, Jazzmaster, my G&L magnetic field design come after that in terms of all the single coils. There's so many cool single coil designs. Let me know if I missed anything, by the way. Humbuckers, almost all, like most of the humbuckers on the market are based on the Gibson PAF. So those are the majority of the humbuckers on the market, which tend to be pretty high output. But there's also Filtertrons, right? The Gresh Filtertrons, which I also love. Those are lower output. Mini humbuckers, which are also, I would say, similar to P90-ish in terms of output. They're definitely lower output than full-size humbuckers. And then there's the wide range humbucker, which I think is an underrated design. But anyways, love my pickups, and the gold foils are definitely one of the main reasons why I got the Supro. It's apparently designed the same way that the vintage gold foils were. So yeah, I'd be interested to compare. It's actually not the first time I've owned a guitar with gold foils before. So I had a guitar called the Bohemian TNT, which is like an oil can guitar. It's a really unique design. Had it in a video I did 4 years ago. I swapped out the P90 pickups in that guitar for a pair of Lawler gold foil pickups. So Lawler Pickups is aftermarket pickup manufacturer, makes really nice pickups, expensive though. But yeah, they made some really nice gold foils, and those are based on Tesco guitar pickups. So Tesco is this Japanese company that used to make these cheaper budget guitars back then, but they had really nice sounding gold foil pickups, and that's what the Lawler gold foils were based on. And after using those, totally changed the sound of that guitar. It's just that I didn't like how that guitar was built. It looks cool, but it wasn't very playable. The neck was like just not very playable and comfortable for me. But I like the sound of the gold foils, so I was like, okay, I gotta get back to gold foils again, and I just miss playing a guitar with gold foil pickups, and I saw this, 600 bucks, I was like, okay, why not? You know, it's been 2.5 years since I bought a guitar, you know, I'm gonna pick something new up, and yeah, the Supro Hampton. Again, it's not that expensive. So I know $600 might be a lot for some people, but for me, this is actually easily my most affordable guitar that I have and own. So yeah, we're gonna test it out. This is actually a 12-inch radius fingerboard, by the way, so it's actually very comfortable to bend and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna play some tunes on this. You guys can really hear the sound of the Supro gold foil pickups in the triple mini humbucker configuration. That's a really cool, unique design. So yeah, just a really unique guitar. It's not based on any of designs an original Supro design. Pickups are unique. Yeah, tailpiece, everything is just, it's a unique guitar. So I love the fact that it's so original. Alright, I'm going to show you the sound of this guitar. I've got the volume and the tone control all the way up. So first you guys can hear the neck position. It's going straight into a Milkman 1 Watt Plus, which is close to like a Fender Blackface blonde style amp. So it's good for clean tones, right? So yeah, it's definitely like a fatter sound than a Strat single coil, but it still maintains that clarity, right, in the top end, which is what I like. It's that bright chime, I guess, and jangle. Some people like to call the Stratocaster pickup having a lot of clarity, right, and brightness to it. Well, the gold foil kind of keeps that, but it also, you know, has more fatness and bite to it as well. The neck, right? Then the neck in the middle, which is hum canceling, as you would expect. And then the middle. Then the middle and the bridge. And then the bridge, which is very, very jangly. I think this bridge has a more higher output than the other two. Could be a little bit sharp to my ears though. I want a little bit of reverb. Yeah, I would say the bridge pickup, it's almost too it's got too much bite to it, maybe. It sounds a little bit too sharp to me. Yeah, we would probably say it's a little bit harsh sounding. Yeah, it's a little bit harsh sounding, I think. So I probably wouldn't use the bridge that much, but the bridge in the middle sound. Yeah, the bridge and middle are good. And the middle pickup, it's like the Stratocaster middle pickup, who uses that, right? It's just not a really good sound. I mean, it's alright. The problem with the middle pickup for a lot of these guitars, with single coils, if you have 3 pickups, right, the middle pickup is usually one that guitarists don't really use. Reason is because it just doesn't have its own character, right? Like it just sounds okay. It's very meh. But it's not like the bridge pickup where it's got its own distinct, right? It's got a very distinct type of character to it, right? A lot of bite, jangliness. There's so much treble, right? I think that's the bridge pickup. And then the neck pickup is very mellow. So yeah, I think that's why most guitar players with single coils, they don't really use the Stratocaster guitars, right? They don't really use the middle because it's not distinct. It doesn't really have its own character. So yeah, me too. I usually just use the neck, middle, or bridge and middle. So positions, they call it positions 2, 4, and 5 is basically what I would use the most. So yeah. Yeah, neck middle, bridge middle, and neck basically is what I use the most on my Strat as well. And it's very similar to Strat, so it's set up in a similar way, designed in a similar way, so yeah, it's just almost like a fatter sounding Strat. If you replace your Strat with Dynasonic pickups, that's basically what this would sound like. So yeah, I'm just gonna jam a bit. This is actually the same jam loop I did with my Lawler gold foils back then. So yeah, so compressor, and a boost. Okay, so you guys just heard that it's pretty good for clean tones. Like, it has that same clarity and chime that Stratocaster single coils have. So it's good for clean tones, but it's also good for distorted and overdriven tones too, just like a P90. So yeah, the profiles can kind of do both. You can do Strat, P90, kind of in between. So yeah, let's, I have my Tamura Mod Tube Screamer on. So we're gonna play some overdriven sound in this loop. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty good at the overdriven tones as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you think of the Supro Hampton guitar and the beautiful gold foil pickups? In my opinion, is what truly makes it special and unique. Also, this neck, I think is really nice and comfortable to play. So yeah, it's actually everything has been set up really well. I think the intonation, the action, the neck's really comfortable. Yeah, I think overall I'm pretty satisfied with this guitar. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of the Supro Hampton. So yeah, I think it's pretty nice. If you can find it at this price, $600, I think it's a no-brainer. So guys, thanks for watching.